sideline. That's Mike McDonald, head coach of the Seahawks. These guys just about set to go in this one. Across the field, Kyle Shanahan, coach of the 49ers. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. Welcome in, everybody. Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward, and I know all of us are ready for this new season to begin. And we're off on EA Sports. Good work so far. He's got room. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former third overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out.
That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. From the gun, Darnold. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. Just gets down inside the 35-yard line. It was 25 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Seattle.
Now Darnold off the play action. Hauled in left side. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And the Seahawks.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Walker running to the right. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Isaac Gorindo to return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
And I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opening, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet who get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
They'll pick up 14 yards on that one, and that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10 from the 43. Blitz coming for Purdy. Finds his fullback. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
First down throw by Purdy. Buying some time right. Finds a man right side. Short pickup on the play to about the 40. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Off the play fake, Purdy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On third down, Purdy to the left side and wheeled in by Kittle. That short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be fourth and short.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on fourth down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to see right through him.
Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field, and now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. To the air on third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. This makes it up to the 25. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on this second and inches. Play fake, Darnold. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that pushes him back, third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a third and 10. Running back sent in motion. Throwing is Darnold on third down. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
A loss of 6 yards. 3 and out.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. Continuing to move past the 45. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. They're 1 for 1 one so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Outside. Watch out.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He's going to bring this down to their 35. It's 16 yards on that play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
All set to go now from the 35.
Get set. 18. Watch out.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone.
Outside. Up.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Bounces this outside and lines up with a nice chunk of yards there as a result. It's second down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Second down run by Pacheco. The ball's out, he lost it. And it looks like the offense was there to recover it. They're inside the 5. Woo, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate. Will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants?
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. So before the play clock has a chance to expire, Kyle Shanahan signals timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Get set. 18. Watch out.
Pacheco hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a second quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point set right down the middle. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. First and 10, Darnold. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
I don't expect that one him to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
On 2nd and 10 now. Darnold. It's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that gives the Seahawks the first. All set to go now from the 35. Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Into the hands of Porton, complete. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. And again, it's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that means 3rd down coming up. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Throw here, 3rd down. Escapes the normal hit, and he fumbles it. Picked up by the 49ers. And they're going to take possession of the football. They're going to do it deep on their own side of the field.
Yeah, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here.
Get set, get set.
Play action now. Purdy. Into the hands of Jordan Watkins. And they're going to take him down finally, but not before he puts his own goal line well in that rearview mirror. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he rocked by a man. He's in the clear. Has room down the left sideline. Gets to the 10. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers grow their lead on the turnover. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown.
You saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Throwing here, Darnold. There's a screen out for Walker. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. So after the play, some obvious concern from their sideline as they watch their quarterback out there in some pain. Training staff running out to check on him. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's the backup. First throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So that brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
Here we go. Hey.
Walker now from the gun. Well, he'll power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Completed over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now an inside give to Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Darnold. It's caught. This is Gabe Davis. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Gain of 15 there. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
Seahawks, 1st down.
Now Darnold. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Brought in. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks make it a 1-score game before halftime.
Jason Myers.
Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
The window to return it. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away. Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 26.
Get set. 18. Watch out. Stop.
Now it's Purdy. This one's quickly to Jennings. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Purdy looking to throw. To the left side and wheeled in by Kittle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 1st down from the 42. Off the play fake. Purdy. Has a man downfield. It's Jennings. And he's brought down. Right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And he spikes it just before we hit 0, so they've got a chance now to add 3 here before we break on a long field goal attempt. Eddie Pinheiro out to try to put up 3 here for the Niners. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our journey through the NFL starts now. And it begins at Arrowhead. The Chiefs at home to take on the Broncos in the AFC West. And this is Rashee Rice. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. The Chiefs wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. From there, it's on to Cincinnati, checking in on the Bengals as they play host to the LA Chargers. And it's Joe Burrow, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Bengals get the W by 2 touchdowns. One more to bring you now. Let's go to Vegas, shall we? The Raiders taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And this is Jacoby Myers. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. A 55-yard touchdown. The Raiders move to 1-0. They get the victory in the season opener. With that, a look at what's already transpired and what's still to come in a busy first week of the new season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
See what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Coach Kyle Shanahan ushering his 49ers offense back to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. He'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Get set, get set.
Robinson on the inside give. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Lonnie Tavai ranging in for the stop.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of
3rd and 4 coming up now.
brings up 3rd and 4.
Outside. 18.
From the gun is Purdy. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Seahawks offense running out now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
To throw, here's Darnold. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That one is caught. Horton has it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 32. They give up the gut to Walker. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the Niners' 32-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Go set.
Running with Walker again. Made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
At the 10-yard line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Go set.
Staying with Walker. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
Walker. And he's going to be stopped. 3rd and goal winds up losing yardage. And now, Brock, will they challenge them again on 4th and goal?
Jason Myers on for a field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Powering his way forward a bit, give him about 6 there to begin this drive. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest. contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Purdy on the play action. Completed to his running back. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Play action now with Purdy. He'll get this one to Watkins. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. So 20 yards on that play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So just one quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's 49ers football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10.
Get set, get set. Watch out. 6. Love it. Go. Can't.
Purdy setting up that play action. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Looking to throw, Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Get set. Watch out.
On the ground, McCaffrey. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, doesn't matter. It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First and 10, Darnold. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 43-yard line.
a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
QB sneak coming. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
It's decision time for the offense after that one. If they're stopping you short on a third down sneak, you better be very careful going for it again.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First down throw by Purdy. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. And it's going to bring up second down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Finds his fullback. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They got 21 yards on the play. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Watch out!
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he scampers ahead and gets two on the carry.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Get set! Get set! Watch out!
They stick with McCaffrey. Again, he's got room. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. His third total score of this game.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And scoring hasn't been the issue for them, Bronk, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Going on first, here's Donald. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. And that'll bring up second down. From the gun, Darnold. Short pass brought in. Has some deep right through the 40. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Working quickly here. They'll motion him out of the backfield.
46-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He goes to the hurry up here.
13 more yards. That's a
Davis motioning left.
first down.
And again, it's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far. Offensive line fast.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 39-yard
Put a receiver in motion left. Sticking to the air here. Leads it again to Smith and Jigba. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is
Here he is on 3rd and short. Short pass caught by his tight end. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Putting a receiver in motion. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. This is on target, Ricky White the third. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They'll come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. And this is going to call incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. Now we've got to regroup for 2nd down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win. Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Desperation time here on 4th. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
49ers to the line. 1st and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. They don't get the stop until he reaches that 25-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Get set. 118. 118.
Going run again with McCaffrey. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that gives the 49ers the first.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Outside. 118. Watch out.
First and 10 are under Robinson. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And this isn't just anyone in Star for them, they pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.